In this video tutorial, we are going to show you how to edit the settings and styles of the calendar to build this timetable that you are seeing on your screen. We will also demonstrate how to implement filtering. You can select multiple teachers or rooms, and the schedule will show you only those who are selected. Both select controls support multiple options. We start by creating an empty folder for the project. There we copy the mindfusionscheduling.js file. We also copy the file with TypeScript definitions and the folder with the schedule themes. There are various themes to choose from, and in this sample we are using the gray theme. We open the project as a website in Visual Studio Code and add a new HTML file. We call it Timetable Filtering. In it, we first add a reference to the CSS file with the theme in the head section of the page. Then in the document, right before the closing body tag, we add references to two JavaScript files. The first one is MindFusion Scheduling. The other one is called Timetable Filtering. There is currently no such file. This will be the code behind file for our web page. Let's create it. In the web page, we add a div tag, which must have an ID. This will be the div that will render the calendar. We give it some styling and sizing settings, and we are ready to start coding the JavaScript part of our sample. We add a reference to the file with TypeScript definitions of the scheduler library because we want to use IntelliSense support. Then we create an instance of the calendar using a reference to the calendar div element that we created in the web page. We also set the current view property to be timetable. We will adjust some of these settings for the timetable view. The theme is gray, the title format will be day, month, and the name of the day of week. Then we set the time of a cell to be 20 minutes and the scroll step is 7. This means each click on the navigation arrows in the header will scroll 7 days. We also show the day header, which will render the date information in the format we specified. Now we call the render method and we can see how the calendar looks so far. We will make the date span to be from 10 to 16 o'clock each day. Since the start time is given in minutes counting from midnight, 10 o'clock is 600 minutes and 16 o'clock is 1020. We clear the dates that are in the timetable now and we add 7 days, starting from the Monday of the current week. We have now the 7 days that we want our timetable to show. We will add some CSS styling to our timetable. As you know, you can expect the various CSS classes that are used in styling the calendar through the inspector of your browser. We add now the CSS code that will make the lines that separate hours red and the lines that separate the sections inside an hour yellow. Here is our schedule. Let's add now some contacts, which will be the teachers that will be having classes in various rooms. The rooms will be added as locations. The teachers are instances of the contact class. What is important to note is that we provide each teacher object with an ID. This ID will be the same as the value of the option element that corresponds to this teacher in the select element in the web page. Now, if we refresh the Planner web page, you can see that the contacts are listed as options when you create a new appointment. We will add now the locations, which are instances of the location class and represent the rooms, which are available for the teachers to teach in. Now if we bring the new item form, you can see that both the contacts and locations fields list all available options. When we create a new appointment, it is visible in the timetable. What we will do now is allow the user to filter the items. That means they will be able to select teachers or rooms, and the schedule will show the appointments only for the selected teachers or locations. We add two select elements. Before we do it, let's note that the location instances also have an ID, and it is the number of the room. We add the select elements. Each option is with an ID, which is the same as the contract or location instance that it represents. The select elements allow multiple selection by holding the control key. Here they are. We will add now an event handler to the change event of the select element in code. In it, we get all selected elements from the combo box. Then we use the where function of the contacts property, which is of type collection. In it, we cycle through all available contacts in the schedule and check if the ID of the contact is among the selected values in the contact select element. If it is, we return true and the contact is added to the result array that is returned by the where operator. We add those contact objects to the contact list of the calendar. Not that the contacts list of the calendar is different from the contacts list of the schedule. The contacts list of the calendar is used only when the group type is set to group by contacts or filter by contacts. Let's look at the group type enumeration. As you see, it lists many options. We will use the group by contacts and group by locations members. Here is the where selector, which we use to select the elements from the contacts and locations lists. We only need to add the selection of the rooms. It is the same as the selection of contacts. We handle the change event of the rooms options element and we get the location instances of the schedule that correspond to the selected options. We also set the group type property to group by locations. Let's add some classes now. All appointments are instances of the item class. We get the current date as a timestamp, and we add some appointments today as well as in the days before and after the current date. We choose random rooms and teachers, and we add the new item to the items collection of the schedule. Now let's refresh the web page. We select teachers from the combo box and we see that only the appointments for them are visible. We select various rooms and we see that only the appointments that use these selected rooms appear. So the timetable filtering works as it should. And that's all for this video tutorial. Thank you for watching and thank you for your interest in MindFusion Developer Tools.